We're glad to invite all of you to the global webinar today, the topic being natural and artificial illumination of large public spaces by our esteemed speaker, architect Anupam Mittal. I'm proud to have this opportunity to give a brief introduction about us and our speaker. Founded as Philips in Eindhoven, Netherlands, we Signify have led the lighting industry with innovations for nearly 130 years. We have a simple and clear purpose to unlock the extraordinary potential of light for brighter lives and better world. Systems and services. We are number one global leader in conventional LED and connected lighting system with a people strength of 35,000 numbers spread across 74 countries and had a sales of 7.5 billion euro with 3.9% of the sales reinvested in R&D. We are 100% carbon neutral with a passion for sustainability. We also invest in design and won 42 awards in 2022, out of which 10 were IF Design Awards. We're the leaders in lighting with 20,300 patents worldwide. I'm proud to say that. And 83% of sales from LED, 121 plus million connected light points we have, and less than 1% total waste to landfill. And we have more than 28% of women in our leadership. Uh, and that's all about Signify, what I would like to talk about. About our speaker, today, for this wonderful evening, we have Mr. Anupam Mittal, one of the top renowned architect of India. He's the principal architect and director of the design firm named Arinam Consultancy Services Private Limited. Mr. Anupam Mittal, a graduate from GCA, Lucknow, the capital city of one of the largest state, Uttar Pradesh, in India, has embraced 29 prolific years in professional practice, spearheading major infrastructure feats encompassing city development plans for 3 cities, 45 plus railway station redevelopments, 35 metro stations, multimodal integration, and wayside amenities across 7 states. These are the major ones what I'm talking about. A list cannot be like, we cannot read it out here. The concept of rapid monolithic disaster proof construction, which is RMDC, is the result of his pioneering exploration of technology. He received various honors like Green Building, HUDCO Design Award, ICI Award, and many national awards for his creative contributions to the architecture. Beyond his architectural roles, he's holding the important positions such as chairman, ASSOCHAM GEM, UP chapter, and he enjoys golf triumphs. Welcome, Anupam, sir, and over to you for our technological enhancement. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you, entire team of Signify Academy. So, frankly, whatever has been told about me is very general for any person who is working in this field. Frankly, this field of architecture is full of, energy, full of experiments, full of learning. So it's just like a series of works done in past almost 30 years. So thank you very much, all of you who think that I'll be able to do something good for this particular set of audience. Uh, Presently, I don't know, it's should be a good sunny afternoon there in your area. In India, it is around 8:30 p.m. It's night, pretty cold. So when we are talking about, I'll come into the subject now. If you see the word natural and artificial, it's always there's a natural light, the source, and there's an artificial light, what we supposed to design, we're supposed to experiment, we're supposed to enhance and get over along with our buildings, our public places, and the large public spaces. Large public places is what? See, as my introduction there, the railway stations, airports, any public places where we actually have to design thing for the public, for the masses. For a home, you can see my backdrop. This is my place. I'm sitting at my home right now. It's my home theater. You can have an ambience light. But when I'm designing it for a public place, I have to be very, very cautious, very particular about the ideas and the balance in the illumination, right? So the chapter, I have just the flow of this particular lecture, a particular presentation is going to come in this particular format. There's the impact of lighting in various public spaces. This is the way we are talking about the lighting impact. Impact on monuments, large and medium small spaces. When you talk about public places, it can be a very small space, can be a large space, it can be a medium space, and definitely the monuments are always talked about whenever you talk about any lighting thing. Impact on work, life, and well-being is always you need to connect whenever you are designing something, when you are working on some particular project, work-life balance, and then well-being. Okay, you have to be you feel good. You should feel good about the space we are moving around. So, future of lighting design, what we feel. Sustainability in lighting design, definitely sustainability comes first for anything and everything. Our contribution and then the way forward, whatever is, we can have a question answer, or we can talk about things. So we, when we talk about the impact of lighting in various public spaces, daylight. Now, if you see this picture, I'll prefer discussing with pictures so that it's more understandable. At the same time, being an architect, I prefer an illustration and a picture or something to explain. So lighting is simplest way to create, identify, and highlight any space. Now, this very small picture, you have a dark green grass or a light green grass is just a kind of reflection or a shadow in the natural light, and see very carefully how the space has been created just by a piece of shadow, a family sitting under that particular area. So the space has been created, and you can see how people are taking a space around this and leaving this sunny area. The same time, if you need sun, this entire thing will shift to this space. Even having entire area, this space has been created by the virtue of just a light and a shade. So without doing anything, a small tree or a big tree can create a space within the ground level. Okay. Now, this illumination level of shaded area under tree daylight ranges around 5,000 to 8,000 lux. This is how we treat this area. This is the understanding of the lux level, which is the square meter area on this particular surface. Now, in the similar manner, when you talk about artificial light in an open space. Now see, what is the difference? This is a light source, okay? And this is how the projection is falling on the ground. And this is an area which is getting lit. This is the area which is getting dark. Again, there is a space. So within this large public place, large space, you are getting small pockets. What you're getting actually? You're getting a space has been created. The lux level is very less. It's 5 to 10 lux. It may vary because as per the intensity of the light, as per the fixtures. And lighting is simplest way to create, identify, and highlight any space in the same manner, maybe natural or maybe in the night. So a daylight or a night light or an artificial light on an open space, in a public place, it is creating a space, identifying a space, and able to tell you the space to be utilized in a different manner. Now, I wanted to show this picture. It was very important for me too when I'm talking from India and talking to you at this large audience in European countries. This is Taj Mahal. Everybody must be knowing, and this is one of the seven wonders. What is the difference? Why this picture is here? See this picture very carefully. It's completely one specific material has been used, a huge, large size monument. The daylight is there on the surface. You can see the reflection of the daylight, the sun, little bit of the shadow. See the reflection in the water. So this is the water body. It's coming out to be a complete high end reflection. A lot of public here. You can see understand the scale and how the daylight is getting into this. So when the daylight is putting up on the surface, you're getting a this is the space, this is an arch, this is the volume you are getting by the creation of a shadow within this large building. At the same time, this particular monument, this particular building is getting reflected straight into the water, and you can see the effect of light in the water body, surrounded by green on the both sides, and the white marble. This is stone called marble. Reflection in water, green landscape. How this is getting merged. So the same thing, the same monument, when you look at it in the moonlight. This is again a natural light, but moonlight. What's the difference? The difference is the texture, the space, entire thing is getting a bit different. How is the difference? I'll go back to the first slide. This, the area, the volumes within the building is giving you kind of depth. I'm talking about the architectural aspect, the primarily in architectural aspect, primarily the understanding of the building. When these volumes are getting some kind of depth, a bit of depth, but because inside the marble space is also getting reflections, the space depth is not being that prominent. The moment you look into this particular picture, even the angle is different, this will become darker. Why? Because this surface is getting high exposure of moonlight, and these are the spaces where this is the darkness. Now you can see the depth, even small carvings. The detailing has been largely visible. Even if you see the texture, even texture is getting highlighted. So whenever we are designing something, it's very important to learn from the history. What history is telling you, that whatever you are using, whatever material you are using, whatever design you are doing, that will be visible to the public differently in the daytime and differently in the nighttime. Here, we are not talking about a artificial light as of now, but whenever you I'm not showing any artificial lighting on the Taj Mahal particular thing, because now it is not getting used because it was harming the monument, its historical values, monumental value. Now we are talking about a different kind of building, different use. Since I am a part of railway station development projects in the country largely, so I've specially taken up this project to be discussed with you, to be shown. The daylight, biggest railway station in Mumbai. It is western ghats of India, Arabian Sea, facing Arabian Sea. And this is the terminus, which is called Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus, Mumbai. See the detailing, see the effect of light, see the effect of natural light, how these deep corridors are getting, identified with the darkness within. Even there is a very bright daylight here all around. See the details, see the color, how the textures and colors, and even the details of small carvings, small minarets, this sculpture on the top. The building, this particular large building, is just abutting the main road. So there is no front space like Taj Mahal, but the light is very much giving you a depth, feeling of depth. Even that this photograph is a two-dimensional photograph. You can see the 3D effect, you can see the depth just because of the natural light. And because of this area getting lit, the areas in context with the building is getting created just because of the enclosures and the brightness on the building. The same building, when you see in the night, this is how we start working. All of you designers, all of us, when we actually design this building in this context, what's the difference? Just flipping it once, just putting it again. This is how design works. completely changed. I don't think that if somebody can just see this picture and just see the building at physically there, may get confused that what exactly is the same building. Now, it makes a lot of difference. Those corridors, which were becoming dark and showing the depth of that particular area because of the shadows, is getting lit because they're active. They are very active spaces, and the way the depth has been created, the detailings has been visible. The way you can hide and you can enhance or you can prominently place something. How these small minutes, small features are getting highlighted. How this skyline is getting created because of the light. And same context. Here, the road, the public area in context with the building is just dark. Entire sky is dark. But a lighting is getting very much enhancement to the building. Now the same building in a purpose lighting. The same building is getting illuminated by a purpose, for a purpose. We call it strategic illumination. Now, what's the difference? If I won't tell you the purpose of this particular lighting, you may treat this as just one of the illustration. But no, this is for a specific day, the 2 days in the entire year, which is the Republic Day, as well as the Independence Day. Fortunately, tomorrow is the Republic Day, 26th of January. And this has been illuminated by tricolor of our flag. Now, the entire building is being created just to communicate, some specific thing. That this is how your building can communicate with you. This light system is showing a flatness in this particular area with an effect of green light, and the depth is not that much prominent. The corridors are again getting dark, but this entire building is giving you a purpose. The lighting is giving you a purpose. So those three colors are very much identified: the white, the green, and orange. And again, when you talk about the context, because there is no other surrounding other than the road, that will come out very prominently in context with the surroundings, roads, and all. So within one building, and from natural light to an artificial light to a purpose lighting, the design and a lot of work can be done. Now, since those were the historic building from the history, but if you then put the same scale into the present building, it's one of very much new structure. It is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport, Terminal T2 in Mumbai. Again, the same place. This is the airport. Now, the daylight effect. This entire large surface is very much prominent. This entire space is a semi-covered space where everybody is getting dropped and largely lit by the natural light, but getting a huge shaded area for the purpose for the public. And you can see the design aspect. When an architect designing a building, he or she has to have this particular thing in mind, that the detailing, the color scheme, the size, everything has to be very carefully designed for all these purposes. Daylight, then the artificial light. Definitely, it is getting a natural light from these sources, these areas. But see the same detailing when it is been illuminated using the light fixtures. This is how the Academy, the Signify, and other those ideas come into the place. You can see the strength of this column. You can see the depth of these coffers and the reflections. See the flow. How nicely this particular illumination has been created. This is a public place. These are terminus area. A huge lux quantity is required for this place, and purpose lighting. This very specifically, I wanted to show this to all of you. The same surface, same building, same details are again for you to have all sort of lighting ideas. In my 30 years of practice, I have learned one thing very largely as far as lighting is concerned. I saw this is coming up. I saw this LED thing coming up. I saw the technology coming up. And I'm fond of technology. I'm fond of new products. I'm fond of whatever is coming today and whatever is coming for the future. How nicely the same surface has been designed in the tricolor for tomorrow's upcoming day. Then we are putting up to the different kind of place. We are talking about the all public places. Everybody must have seen the Statue of Liberty in US. This has been shown even if you don't never visited. Even then you can see the pictures all around. This is Statue of Unity in Gujarat, again the Western Ghat of India. Now, it's very important to understand the scale. I'll just put it for a minute on this picture and see. This is the bridge. You can see the canopy. You can understand the scale of this particular statue. This is the building, which is having all kind of museums and spaces related to this particular space, and the metal, which has been used for this purpose. Daylight, water, natural surroundings, hills, and large statue in front of you. Now what? Even the color got changed because the metal has its own qualities. So while using materials in our projects, in any of the project, it becomes very important. And then lighting, the source of light, how it changes the entire scenario. So artificial lighting is creating a balance. The depth, the weight of that particular statue is getting reduced by the use of light. It's getting lighter. It's showing little lighter than the previous picture. Now the same, every kind of building or a statue or anything can be again used for a theme exploration, purpose lighting. How a theme has been created. This is a unity, a statue of unity. It is showing the freedom fights and all those things, and you can create a story out of it. The role of light, the role of design, the role of ideas. Moving to the any very different kind of building. This is Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi. Just got inaugurated few days back. What is different in this building? This entire surface, this entire base of this building is an LED. From the light source, which is definitely creating again in the landscape, in the public areas, and the material which has been there. This lighting communicates with you. You know how it communicates. The previous building, we are starting from the history, from Taj to Chhatrapati Shivaji railway station. That was a historical building. Then to the airport, new one, and to this building. Now this design of this particular surface is talking to you. It's an LED. It's a light source. At the same time, it is able to express ideas. It can it can communicate with you. And this is the daylight thing, and then the versatile lighting, the artificial lighting. The large public places within any building is about the same building. This is how you control the museum, your large public places, the same building. The artificial light is creating an ambience. This is an ambience lighting because of the ceiling lights. These are the highlighters to express rather than just showing a wall. Then you have an large LED again talking to you, and then see these small lights falling on the objects. So whenever you're roaming around, you can see the floor light, which is basically guiding you for the moment. At the same time, these pictures are getting highlighted and not getting mixed with the surroundings. The same building, when you talk, see for the purpose lighting, when the communication starts, you can create anything. Anything. I'm telling you, nowadays, using technology and using design ideas, you can do anything. A very simple building, a simple circular building can be created in such a massive thing. It has had its own dialogues, it has its own communication ways. You can be thrilled, you can keep check a calmness there, you can have a monumental scale, you can feel yourself to be a part of that particular space the way you want to be, depending on the kind of lighting. Now, you coming to the detailed aspects of impact of lighting in various public spaces. What are the inferences of by using these? Taj Mahal were built in 1653, CSMT station 1887, airport 2014, Statue of Liberty 2018, Bharat Mandapam 2023. So traditional lighting practices, historical architecture, relied on natural light, candles, and gas lamps, shaping the evolution of lighting design in public spaces. That was history. Then, integration of modern technologies. The present era sees the integration of LED, energy efficient bulb, and smart controls, dominating lighting design, enhancing efficiency and aesthetics. What is future? Anticipate the integration of adaptive lighting, integration, sensors, and all driven systems shaping the future of light space lighting design in large public places. And what you have to do is this balance lighting, identified, unidentified, defined places. You can create a dialogue, you can create a theme, you can have a versatile lighting. Even the safe, comfort, and secure you can feel as per the lighting is concerned. So this is the range from the history to today. Now coming to the different aspect about the monuments, large, medium, and small spaces. From the history to modern and similar large scale buildings, we come out to the medium small spaces for public. This area has been created just as very small, meaningful space or as an amphitheater, and creating a shaded space, and creating pergolas, and see the kind of light below this getting little cozy. You can sit around, you can feel the space, the volume. Then the this is again one monument, but this is a monument which has its own lighting. It has been illuminated, but small places around, which is getting very nice ambience in the evenings, is a public monument. This iconic monument like Qutub Minar strategically use artificial lighting to highlight architectural features and create a captivative nightlight ambience, enhancing natural beauty and then cultural significance. These are the places where we see a lot of cultural evenings, activities, and very much active in evening time, even in the daytime, by having a natural light, and definitely in the evening because of the lighting. Coming to a very nice, recently created opera house. This is a newly done convention center in Mumbai, Nita Mukesh Ambani Cultural Center. See the way the lighting has been designed. What exactly is the theme? You have to have a very prominent stage. You have to control lighting as per your need. But what about these beautifully created space, which will not be even visible once you are seated and you are looking at the performance? Small, small, beautifully designed false ceiling, a ceiling with LED pictures, which can control the overall illumination in the hall, and very prominently designed the features, the sit outs, these balconies. But I've been there, I've seen performance there, and trust me, you do not get distracted by any of the lighting because the way it has been designed, marvelous design, fantastic design. You can, had the feeling of entire ambience at the same time. You will not never lose the functional aspect of these stage performances. We are coming down to the medium sized public space. Now, any office, any foyer, any space inside, see how beautifully a very light single lines, which is creating a very dynamic flow of lights. It's like you are having a space, you are having a sit out on the lower side. There's no cluttered designs, very simplistic thing, but what's showing a very straight, formal light and showing a bit of dynamism. Productivity enhancement, a mix of natural and adjustable artificial lighting in offices and conference rooms are can enhance focus and productivity. Balance lighting is incorporating natural light, reduce eye strain, and creates a balanced and comfortable work environment. Adaptive illumination. Illumination is adjustable artificial lighting, caters to varying tasks and activities. So it's a very nice way you can always create such kind of spaces. See this small size, your own space. It's your ideas. It can be your own place. It can be anything. The way LED is working, the way the change of colors is in your hand, in your control. The way even I've seen Signify, even I'm using in my own table in my workstation. I have I have a particular fixture where I have a remote, and I can change my mood lighting. I can create ambience as per my need. I want to work, in a very energetic mode. I want to work in a cozy atmosphere. I want to have an intimate lighting setting or an enhanced ambience. You always have a control because the design and the technology is in your hand. So, what is the inference of these up to this particular set of impact of monuments? Monuments, large, medium, and small spaces is a very strategic illumination, versatile lighting, productivity enhancement. It is in your hand. Cozy atmosphere. Whenever your mood is like that, instead of making any physical change in the area, you can always create these kind of intimate setting the way you want the space to look at you. Balance lighting as per your mood, dynamic color effects, enhance natural beauty, using colors, using lights, using ambience, cultural significance, functional and aesthetic balance, adaptive illumination, enhanced ambience. So everything is in your hand when a particular design and particular materials are being created in any of the space. Coming out to be a impact on work life and well-being. This is another one of our project, industrial project in Lucknow. It's an industry where we wanted to get a lot of natural light. The client was very clear about having maximum input from the natural light. At the same time, control the heat and have a nice effect on the inner core. So this styling for the glazing to get the light here to enhance this particular floor, and you feel working out there. Relaxation relation with a workspace. Now this is your workstation. and I'm sure your most of the active hours are going used in your workspace. It has to be the way you like. It has to be cozy. It has to be energetic. It has to be good. Productivity enhancement. Definitely, if you have the kind of little bit of colors, little bit of formal illumination, formal colors like white and black. So this gray area, gray colors and black and white is showing a very formal arrangement. But at the same time, you have a colorful active area, which is in context with each other. This area is giving you the enhancement of the formal working environment, and this area is always giving you, okay, you have that relaxation as well. So you can always take a break, come over here, sit over here, come back, and you can always be active as far as space is concerned. Now, related to life, social and community spaces. Whenever you go to any public place like parks, like any of a natural habitat around your space, you have to have creating ambience. So warm and ambient lighting fosters a sense of community and well-being in social spaces, encouraging relaxation, social interaction, mood enhancement. Definitely, you want to feel safe in these public places, but at the same time, you want to have that kind of relaxed environment. So it enhance your mood, and it's inclusive design. You have with complete surroundings, trees, artificial lighting, going along with the community spaces. Then the wellness areas. So this is a very in thing. If I talk about my experience with the public places, lot of landscape is now coming within the building, because definitely we are eating up a lot of open spaces around the building. So the thing is that now this is a very nice way of getting landscape within the public place, getting a natural light effect, so that you have a space, you utilize the space, but at the same time you are getting a natural habitat within the building. It's a building in the Habitat Center in New Delhi. Small sit outs, getting shadow from the sun. This is a small roof covering. Then how it works like, what is the inference is independent lighting designed for various spaces, different space from small to big, like living room, bedrooms, toilets, offices, auditoriums, large public spaces, monuments, etc. requires independent light design approach to suit the space and user. Then sensitive approach for public spaces. Personal spaces have more control while public spaces are non-controllable. So the public spaces are more sensitive for design. It has to be adaptive to avoid extremes. So when you have your own public personal space, you can create as per the extremes. But the moment you come to the public space designed for the public spaces, you have to be very cautious. Balance design to enhance the connection between user and space balance. Lighting design approach should be adopted. Inclusive approach, lighting design should cater to diverse needs and preferences, thus promoting inclusivity and comfort. And the biophilic elements, integrating natural elements with lighting design, enhance the connection to natural and promotes well-being in wellness spaces. So in totality, when you're talking about work life and well-being, we have to be very particular for the design and all. The other aspect is intervention of skilled design, technology, and product can change the language of spaces. Now, from the history, we are moving to the futuristic images of interior spaces. How the advancement, how the technology is coming in front of us, how the future designs we think is coming out to be there within our surroundings, the metal, the brightness, the gadgets. Maybe this screen is no more system over there, but you have a screen which is a touch screen. It may be getting presentations. It may be this window is showing as a window. It may turn out to be a LED screen. It may out to be come out to be a projected projection screen. You may be communicating with this window from the outside world, or maybe within the conference. Technology is going to be, you know, driving the future of design. Skilled design, integration of AI and sensors. AI, artificial intelligence. We are already using this. Okay, Google, play this. Okay, Alexa, uh, put this thing on. But what is there in the future as far as the building ambience and building lighting is concerned? Sensors. Even if I talk about my experience, sensors of last 10 years back were different, activities were different, their range were different, and today it is so sensitive, so sensitive. Then you're moving around, your lights are even getting switched on, switched off, even you don't even feel the change. The integration of AI, how the future is going to be, must Signify Institute Academy maybe knowing more than us, because they are doing an R&D and everything day by day. So integration of AI, utilization of artificial intelligence to optimize lighting based on user preferences, integration of sensors, and implementation of usage. So the way future is coming to us is different. Human and user centric adaptive lighting. The way we are moving forward, I'm sure it has to be human centric design lighting system that mimic natural sunlight to support gradual rhythms and enhance well-being. User centric design and adaptive lighting. You can create any environment to suit your space. Integration of interconnectivity, IoT, and cybersecurity. I don't know how this is going to govern so much in the public places, but the integration and interconnectivity with the IoT, integration of IoT, and the way this cybersecurity is to be run through the sensors, through the artificial intelligence, how they're getting interconnected. It will be a huge challenge for all of us to design, to adopt technology, to integrate those things together, at the same time keeping the environment safe, keeping the securities intact. Advanced technology, Li-Fi is already, we are talking about 3D printing is already there, and self-healing materials. The way technology is coming in everything, definitely this is going to be a very important aspect as far as the buildings and the lighting system is getting there. Advanced materials, algorithmic and AR, VR integration, then this modular system, holographic display, etc. You know, we used to we used to do these kind of experiments in a different way in the past. Now, whenever you are taking up and design a building or a public place, you have that support system, that this modular system in lighting, modular system in furniture, modular system as far as the spaces are concerned, are taking up very fast, quick mode in your life. Sustainable aspect, and it's too much to talk about the material selections, energy efficiency, resource efficient manufacturing, from the manufacturing aspect to the user aspect. You know, the sustainability and this optimization of resources is definitely a very important aspect. The life cycle assessment, local sourcing and production, sustainable packaging. I'm sure everybody must be very sensitive about these things, and it's a huge challenge in front of us. And our contribution, we talk about so huge areas we are doing.